Let's get it. That's going there. Why? My eyes all are fucked up, apparently. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Sorry. I still want this a little lower. I don't like it. Mic monitor. That's good. That's good. Okay. I don't. What's happening? In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. And call my name, I'm yours.
Okay, somebody's making something about Mr. Girl, and I said I'd talk to him about him, and after that we'll do the president's day thing.
Okay. Hood gay! Hood gay! We're gonna do the thing! I actually have something to do today. Let's push fucking... Oh, thank God that wasn't open. Jesus. This is why my amazing girlfriend got me a cup holder.
Is that the Elder Dratzi guy? Yeah, wait, how did you know? Oh god, is he weird or something?
Are on a crash course down to, as you can see here, the Pentagon. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is my flight simulator experience.
XD.
The events that Mr. Swag Boss describes have been visualized using various military videos.
Is that what?
Some parts may have been lost in translation.
How much did he pay for voice
Mr.
acting?
Swag Boss. What does that name mean to you? A warlord, a traitor, a CSGO player, a friend most of all.
Oh hey, remember to like the stream, guys. Jesus Christ, like the stream. Was that Steve Bloom?
I just never
Yes.
thought he'd go so far. It all started with a few shadow plays, documenting his gameplay. If only I knew how dangerous that really was.
Hey, Swag Boss, are you gonna accept? Hello?
You can cheese it by using a cloud save, closing it for an hour, and relogging in with that cloud save. Something is wrong. I think that something is wrong, Jacob. I think that like with the claw you can't do it or something. I don't know. I'll look again in a few hours because I've never had a tablet take this long to level up before. Actually, I think I can just log in here. Hi, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm going great.
Any chance I could see your camera?
Yeah, dude. Hold on.
Hell.
Okay, wait. How do I load my... I want to load my current cloud save. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay.
Did I already get my 23 done for the week? No shot, did I?
So I'm gaining...
I got 20. Okay.
Wait, why am I gaining defense XP?
I do want to eventually
That's why
push
it's
my
not leveling.
23. Yeah, that's dope.
What are you playing? I heard you talking about.
Oh no, wait, this is different. My cloud save was really old. What am I
That
playing?
is
It's a game called
guy,
Melvor. You wouldn't understand.
My
okay?
angel. Mia Moore.
That's fair. I already don't understand.
Oh, what the game?
That's okay. All right, I'm getting strength XP over here. Sorry, hold on. Give me 1 second.
You're good.
Okay, Melvor. Force save, so that my cloud save is updated. Okay.
There we go.
I don't know how to navigate this interface at all. Okay, look. Summoning. All of these are maxed except for Mark of the Minotaur, and it's not even, the bar is not even going up. I already have these tablets because I think I have them equipped right now. Minotaur, 6. I've got like 8,000 of these equipped. Look at my combat. I've got strength as my style equipped. It's just luck, man. You just have to wait. You've been unlucky. Whatever, dudes. Okay. All right. What you got for me?
Oh. First of all, thank you very much. I know you're super busy. You and everybody that I've reached out to have been super nice to let me talk to you about this, to work in this project. I think it's important to say thank you.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. No problem.
And I just want to address the power dynamics between us. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, gotcha.
Because, you know, I benefit from this way more than you do. No. Okay, so when I made up my list of people to talk to for this project, you're obviously the most important person on the list.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
a lot of pressure.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well.
You, aside from Max himself, are probably the most important person to having his career look like it does now in the way that it does.
Yeet.
Okay. Do you agree with
Dude,
that?
I've been trying
Are you
out.
gonna be
So
super,
I don't. What?
modest on
You're
me?
Venthyr, right?
I'm a little modest, but yeah, I'm sure I helped a bit. Yeah.
I need to figure out what Venthyr is.
I'm not
for
trying to say
priest.
that he wouldn't have taken off eventually, but I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
I think if you asked
understand
What
him,
does that do?
he'd say the same. So I know.
It doesn't tell me exactly what it does.
But can you kind of run down how you found out about him and like the process and going like, I think I'm gonna have him come on. I want to talk to him and kind of figure out who this Mr. Real Guy is.
Oh,
He
okay, so it's,
messaged
like,
me to
really lame.
talk a while ago. Did I talk to him before or after Vosh did?
Let's see.
I thought it was after.
I think it was after.
But
okay. I was doing trans stuff. I think I was doing trans stuff at the time, and then I got a DM from somebody called Mr. Girl who wanted to talk about trans stuff.
Oh, that's
And
also
I assumed that
important.
it was a
When you
trans person
damage,
because the
it's
name was Mr.
reversed.
Girl. And I was like, okay. So I
Your
thought it was like a trans
when you
person wanting to chat
damage
about trans
is
stuff.
reversed. Each
Oh, okay, so yeah,
specialization
I'll check
gains
what
a bit of
before,
resource.
Okay, so yeah. So he messaged me about that.
So I'm
we came on and
assuming-
talked. I thought the conversation was really
Does that work for
interesting.
everybody in my
And I
group
saw
or
him, like, try to
just
talk
me?
to Vosh afterwards. And then after that, I did kind of like some diving around his channel. I looked at his content. I was like, oh, this is like really high quality shit. And I thought it was really interesting. So I was like, yeah, we'll chat with him more. I think his channel seemed like pretty cool, pretty unique.
Why is my shit?
Yeah.
doing-
So
Hold on.
what'd you
I
see
gotta
that grabbed you?
I gotta figure some shit out.
I mean, like
While you're
everything seemed
all
very
running
thoughtful,
here,
even
because
if
you're
I
all
disagree that
plebeians
there
that don't
was,
actually have your
like, unique
portals.
thought being
I
put
have
into
plenty
it.
of time to fix stupid
and then
audio
the quality was very
problems.
high in everything he did. So like his music, the quality was very high.
No. When you complete a 20,
like the camera
or
shots,
yeah, when you complete a 20
presentation,
timed,
like
you get a
everything seemed
portal
like
straight to the
very
dungeon that
purposeful
resets
and,
when you
like, very
finish a
nicely
dungeon.
Yeah, so like high
pretty big.
production value coupled with like he's actually thinking about how he approaches these subjects in a meaningful.
Maybe I just
Yeah.
have the
Not just high
too
production
high.
value,
Maybe
but,
you're
like,
just basically
artistic,
loud as
like,
fuck,
vision.
and essentially it's
'Cause,
coming
like,
through my
anybody would
ear,
pay for
my
an expensive
earphones.
camera, but like he was doing like cool kind of like artsy
Yeah, my
shots
ear.
and stuff. I remember watching one video where
that's-
there's like a drone flying to like his bedroom window and stuff. Like
Maybe
that was
that's
like interesting.
Okay, I think I
Yeah,
figured this out.
A lot of.
Okay, so mind games is
fans
dog
that I
shit.
talked to
Okay, so
really,
basically this whole week
really
I've been
go
trying
hard
to
on
like
the lighting.
dabble because
That's
this is
like
like
a
a
really
really
big one. People
explosive
notice a
weeks
lot.
are really shitty
Yeah, that makes sense.
because like Carrion makes it
And
so
then,
that
like,
I'm
what- can
basically
you
on
kinda give me, like,
permanent.
an overview of, like,
As a healer, like if
how
we
your
want
guys'
to time
relationship,
shit,
like-
I have to get all
like,
the
started and
explosives,
is going?
which is fine. But it makes it so Carrion's useless. I can't cast the fucking thing, spam shit, because like I can't spam shit. That's the
and then
main
we kind
thing.
of like we chatted privately a couple times. I think about dealing with like the newfound like fame. and hatred
Shadowward
and
Pain
going
does
on with
initial
that.
damage, so I can pop
And
everything
then,
with pain.
Yeah, and then we've like anytime he wants to come on stream and chat. we'll
Yeah,
do
I
that,
have.
and
I'm
all
not
that,
worried
and
about
that,
hitting the shit. I'm worried about the globals that Carrion
fair enough.
requires because it requires you to
You,
spam.
consider him a friend off camera.
So like I can't do all that
yeah, I
shit
guess.
with Carrion. It
As long as
basically
I
makes
consider, like anybody a friend.
yeah. I can't boon AOE shit
well, I
because it
think
makes
that's
it so like
a really
if
big
I
perception that a
do
lot of
2
people get. And when
globals
I've talked
and
to
there's
some other
4 we're getting
it might
exploded.
come off that way,
100%,
and,
like
in
undisputedly.
reality, they don't think that that's the case.
Everyone gets some of them.
It's just all on camera stuff, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Sure.
I guess what does that look like for you? If you say as much as anybody who is off camera is, do you?
I mean, like
have,
if he has like a personal issue he wants to talk about or something like that, then I'm always like open to chat and stuff.
Okay. Fair enough. So, what do you think that? Sorry.
Yo.
What do you think about?
Yeah, I went Necro
the way
alert
his process is,
because
creates things?
it's so much easier.
So
All I
it's
do,
really,
all I have to do is fucking
shape,
run in
British
AOE,
politics and, like,
and
social
then
commentary
I use my
sphere,
fleshcraft, and that's
in
about
the
it.
part of it, like,
Which is
where
like
you have,
all
like, a lot of
beneficial,
region,
but
I'd say at least, and it feels like nobody but you kind of has the ability to put something out that just makes everybody go insane, and that's all they can talk about for a week or two. Like nobody does it. Like maybe not even you do it as consistently as Mr. Grill does with a larger project. Like your manifesto hit pretty hard, but like we got like 4 or 5 videos in like 5 or 6 months of this guy showing up, and just everybody freaks out about it.
Wait, of what showing up? Sorry, say that more time.
Of Mr. Grill showing up. Like Max shows up, and even like his old like cuties video starts getting a lot of talk just because he's here, and then like everybody starts talking about pedophilia.
Okay, I don't know why you're
and then
reading out
we have
loud.
the Dr. K video, everybody talks about that, and then the Real Doll review, everybody talks about that. It seems like whenever he like
Oh, did you?
really
I
puts
didn't
out,
know
like, a
you were
major
almost
piece,
KSM.
everybody
yeah,
freaks
like,
out.
this
That's
will
all they
get
can
you
talk about.
KSM.
But
Oh wow. I was trying
why
to
do you
like.
think he's the only one that's like capable of doing that? Is it just because he's so
I was trying to
edgy,
get you
or
like
because
Probably
above
like
15,
being really
so that
provocative,
we can
and then like having like
start doing
like standing next
metric
to that
fuck ton more, but
view like really hardcore is probably important. So like if you're willing to put out a really provocative statement and then stand by and defend it, I think people will gravitate towards that.
Yeah,
and fight it.
we're
And then
meta,
having,
dude.
Like,
Nice
he's, like, big
countdown.
size with some cues, so he's like probably larger than most.
Fuck
of the
that
Twitch streamers out there, 'cause he
metamorphosis,
gets, like, at least
dude.
500 concurrent viewers, if not more.
True, dude.
So yeah, I think that
Based.
combination of things will get people to talk about those statements.
No one's an IFA. Sweet.
Okay.
Yep, we're just gonna go here. Yeah, we're just going over here. We're all
guess-
pulling it.
I guess that makes a lot of sense if they all wanted to talk to him, but it seems like they even exclude him from the conversation. I guess he has a way of like making them care. Like if it was just him, it seems like people would want to go to him and argue it, right? But instead, like
no, it's easier to virtue signal your friends about how bad it is rather than actually confronting a person.
yeah, okay. that makes quite a bit of sense. Alright. So I just kind of going over a couple of your guys' videos just to give me a little bit of a refresher course. And I think it was the 3rd video that you guys had together. Told him that he shouldn't have so many meta conversations. And I'd say to his credit, he's cut back on that a whole lot.
Okay.
I remember like the first time that it happened, I got excited, even though I like that. I'm a nerd for the meta conversations. But then you also told him that he should stop telling people that he thinks that they're lying, and he very, very much did not take that one to heart. But I guess the question here is, like, do you think that he made the right call in dismissing that part of the advice? 'Cause it seems like it's a pretty big part of his brand now, and like a big part of the vibe.
We didn't
Yeah,
get.
I mean, I
what
would
did
say
we
that
get?
it's bad
We got
because it like
CDR.
it makes people really defensive. Nobody's gonna admit that they're lying, and it just kind of like throws off the rest of the conversation.
Oh, did you know about this fucking little pocket?
I talked to somebody.
There's a lock portal
yeah,
right
I
next to
talked
here
to
that you
Holly
can
people
jump to the other
yesterday,
side.
Like, oh no, it was sorry. It was
It's actually
after I was
really
talking to a friend of mine about that and why they
I learned
why I
that from a
think that it's
fucking 22 key I
do
did.
that.
I was
Like,
like,
if-
oh my god,
if
that seems
he
so
says I think that you're
based.
lying to somebody, because similarly to what I would say to somebody, and because you're saying it's like dismissive of what the other person's saying and it stops things, right? What would be a better
basically
way
just
of
have to be
saying,
on, like, permanent
I think that you're
instant-
lying to me? Because when you're saying that, essentially you're saying that anything that you say that extends from the premise that I think you're lying about is going to. You're basically asking me, if you continue with the premise, you're basically asking me to pretend that I don't think that you're lying.
Okay, well, I
even though
guess you're getting my
do,
PIs
and
the
that's
rest of
like
the time.
completely dismissive of like where I'm at, and then I just sort of have to like either pretend that I believe you
Yeah, it's
on
just-
everything.
you just have to test the premise with some hypothetical, and then you can figure out really quickly. Don't ever assume a person's lying. Just assume that they haven't like
This
thought
DH
through
really.
something, is what I would say. So like
This
sometimes you'll
DH
hear me in a
really
conversation
wants
with
to
somebody
like beat me on
where somebody would say something like, "I
explosive
don't think it's
counters. Like
ever
there's actually no reason for him to do it.
kill a person that's not-
I just don't
think that's
understand.
ethical. If you have a gun and they don't, like that's never.
Like,
I
there's
might say,
genuinely no
I don't
point in
think you
doing
should
them.
do that." For example, let's say that like a woman that weighs 80 pounds has a gun.
Oh
and
yeah,
she's
I
being
got a
attacked by
suit
guys
for
with
you. Hold
stun
up.
guns.
Or you
He'd
can
be able to shoot it. Like I'll
sap
give like
him.
an example to test hypothesis, rather than me
Yeah,
just
you
saying
can
like
sap
you're
him.
lying. I don't believe you. I'll try to give like a reasonable example that can demonstrate like a flaw in the logic. Is what I'll try to do.
Okay, so what you're saying is
Yeah, yeah.
we probably all do this in conversation, but it's the way that it comes off when you use the word lying.
Yeah.
That people kind of lock up and get defensive about it.
Mhm.
I think that that's a little bit
Whatever, I'm
more
not gonna deal
underhanded,
with
which
it.
I don't think is necessarily bad in a conversation.
He's just like,
when you're trying
I'll
to
just
rob
DPS.
somebody.
He can fucking.
I guess
If he
that
really
may be
thinks
why
he's not
it's,
worth
so
that DPS hasn't
difficult
affected
to
him,
do that.
you can just do it permanently.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, hold on. You think my strategy is underhanded?
Well, I mean, not like
Yeah,
necessarily
he's
in a
like,
bad
that's his
way.
priority.
It's just,
I'm
a little
like,
bit
bro,
more
it's like he's such a
manipulative
stupid
than outright saying,
priority.
like, I think that
When
you're
it's
lying.
literally like,
I think this
all
to
I'm
some
doing
degree,
is
conversations
instance
have to
at
have
this
some,
point.
like these kinds of conversations at least have to have some form of like manipulation to help guide
I mean, he's
the
averaging
conversation along,
11k so
especially if
far,
you're
so it's not like
at,
it's
like, a weird
truly
point,
hurting him. Oh yeah, we don't
and the
have
other
knife face, so it
person's
doesn't
not going
matter.
to come around to you. But yeah, I think it's like a little bit, because like you're essentially saying I think that you're lying, but you're saying it in a way that they're going to think of it differently. But it means the same thing. If you say I don't even think you believe that.
Yeah, I guess
They
like
said it.
I think that providing like if I provide an example and I say that I don't believe a thing, I don't think I'm being. I think when somebody
he tried?
there's like some connotation. that-
Did you go outside? I just saw you
If I don't
banked
believe
out
it,
right.
I'm concealing it. I'll be like pretty blatant about it.
Okay, then maybe just a poor choice of words.
Wait, what's the
Okay.
name of the biome that has the really big jungle trees? What's that called?
No, you're good. So we kind of had a little while here of quote-unquote, like, peace from the like tsunami of like major impactful videos that he's had that's been shaking people up. Which one do you think has had the most impact on this space?
I mean, the first one, the cuties thing, was probably a pretty big one. But I mean, ever since my ban from Twitch, I've been a little bit disconnected from the space, so it's hard for me to say, right?
I guess so.
I haven't
Do you-
watched
when you
as
say
much
the-
of like how people like react to things as much. So
Do you pretty? Oh, wait,
Oh wait, I'll
when you're
say
banned off of
PI.
Twitch, can you not even
You're
watch
gonna,
Twitch?
you can.
you can, but
I'll
it's
say
like you can't
PI for
interact
the
with
phase though for
Okay.
you.
I can't hop on a stream and chat.
That's fair. You know, I
Because we can
almost,
definitely one
streamed
phase
on Twitch. I
fortify.
had a, like, super
1
fast setup
million
YouTube.
Brazilian,
quick.
dude.
So I almost forgot.
Octillion, Septillion, Illion, Willian, Dillion, Sicilian.
Just by virtue of existing.
You like that?
When you say the cuties
Threw
thing,
that one
do you
in
mean you mean like when it happened, or like when he came onto like the Twitch scene and then everybody found out that he's the cuties guy and like watched the video after?
Probably that. All the conversations related to like pedophilia and bringing on like kind of pedophile guys and stuff. Or not pedophile, like, well, because what was the thing you got banned for? I was talking about the, what was it? Was it the
AMPI go.
obsessive pedophile guy? Obsessive OCD, POCD or something?
POCD, yeah, I think that's what we all agree you got banned for. And it was actually a woman, which I thought was like way safer. I didn't think that it would come down so hard on him for that, because I think that sometimes
Wow, not even
these
close.
companies are a little bit sexist, and they would work out.
You need to do. You need to do more. You're doing 20k. You need to do more. You know,
Yeah.
it's unacceptable.
Do you? I don't know. I guess I don't really know how to put this. I don't think you'd say you regret. Like, how do you feel about after the fact making the phone comment?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
kind
I think
of.
that was a lot.
I mean, this
wilder
actual
than,
the DH is a single target champ. It's
I
like
accept
he should be doing way more too. To
watching
be
it
fair.
live.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but like I can tell you, he's literally just getting off the boss for fucking stupid shit.
Okay.
It's like the
Wait, really?
least.
Yeah, I
It's
think
the
so. I think it was
most
fair.
unnecessary. I was
It-
gonna say
I think
least
if you're gonna
necessary.
play
But
like,
I don't know how I
if you're
want to
gonna
phrase
be
that.
extremely edgy all the time, I mean, at some point,
It's,
I would have
it's
to go back and
wild and
I'd have to go back and watch what he said exactly. But he said something that like made me wonder. It's like it was something along the lines of like, I don't want Shaylin to be exposed to people on the internet. I don't want her to interact with people on the internet. And I didn't know when he said that. So what do you mean by that?
Nah, we
Like,
can
how-
finish
like,
it
I
then.
said I want to
Anyway.
protect her from chat.
Yeah, but that's like that's saving can go a lot of different ways. So I think it's okay to ask the different ones. but I mean, like, I can understand her being upset by it, I guess.
Burst them.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I just thought that when you initially asked, I thought that you kind of just asking because a chatter asked you to ask, and doubled down on it because it was like a funny thing to do, and just kind of assumed that you would take it as
I'm actually gonna
like,
PI
more
you just
silly kind of thing
to rush
than
it.
was. That's how it came off to me, but like I think that it's
Because I don't want him to go through
if
another
somebody that
fucking
you view as a
phase.
close friend says something like that, it's just kind of hard to see it that way. So it wasn't like that. Were you more asking for you?
No, I was genuinely curious. I wasn't sure.
But yeah, that's what I mean. So you were like asking for yourself then, right? So you did see it in chat, but then like, well, I actually want to know.
Yeah, you are.
That's-
It's actually kind of disgusting and not approved by me.
Okay.
Okay, I think you shouldn't be carrying.
Damn. I guess I could reframe it a little bit. Do you do you
I
think
wonder if
like
he's
do you have
gonna,
any like reservation about having it done it
actually
live,
pull through the thing.
or is that just sort of the nature of being an online personality? If somebody's
For
gonna
some
ask you something
for
tough,
some odd reason,
even
I
if you're
thought
your friend,
my
you should do it online.
brooding
I
cleric
think he's like,
was
like,
somebody else, and I was like, what the fuck?
Like, I would expect
Oh, yeah, that's
people can
fair.
ask me things in public setting, man.
And just to be clear too,
I got the other one.
whenever
Now
I
he
ask,
wanted, yeah, now
ask
he
any of
didn't
these
want
things,
to do
I'm not
it.
like
It's alright.
I'm not like trying to like paint you as being shitty or anything like that. This is from my understanding, so I have a good scope for the video that I'm making. And no, not that I think it would change your answer, but just maybe how you think that I'm like coming at you.
You also did the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing by telling Melina not to talk to Mr. Girl. If I ever said that, it was joking. I'm pretty sure they talk privately, and I let them, like, she could talk on the stream doing it.
It's not up for 30.
I've
so.
never told somebody that.
Maybe you should get Omni CD and learn things.
Oh no, Melina gets
Maybe.
locked in her room every night. Confirmed. No cell phone. Did you think when so like, I guess what was the timeline between you getting banned from Twitch and then like him entering the scene? Like, you know, like where like he was at with that? Kind of shapes how I look
suck
over the
with
question.
timelines, but I mean, he got banned way after
Oh, yeah.
Or I got banned after he entered the scene. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I just didn't know like how long you guys had like an overlap of existence in Twitch.
I don't remember. I'm so bad at timelines. You should never ask me those questions. I have no idea.
I can PI you here
Same,
next
I
pack
didn't.
if you want.
I thought for sure that he talked to Vaush before he talked to
Is it
you.
fine?
I
Yeah.
thought that was the thing that spurred it on initially.
No, maybe they'd want you to think that. But
Watch your step.
Vaush is they?
they, Vaush's community, were saying that the only reason I talked to Mr. Girl was to spite Vaush.
I gotcha. Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. You know, out of everybody, he was the only one that said no, but he said no remarkably kindly, which was surprising. My wife told me I was gross for asking him.
Watch your step.
Agreed. Also, she'll kill me if I don't. She asked me to say hi to you. You're the only person. She said, I don't care what you say to anybody else, but you have to say hi to them. Did you think that when he entered the scene, did you feel any like I know like you made like
What happened
sort of,
with
like,
the
innocent
HP?
comparison
What-
joke to him? Did you feel like any like extra responsibility or like nervousness due to the kind of topics that he was approaching? First came in like
Oh, that's
feel like
amazing.
I'm kind of somewhat responsible.
Actual IJIT.
Because I mean, when somebody comes up with like talking about pedophilia as like their initial like entry point, these kind of don't really know where it's gonna go from there, right?
No, not really. I feel like I had a decent.
Well, at least you have
like,
PI
kind
for
of
the next
place
fight
to
too.
go. Like, he seemed provocative, but he'd been doing this for like 10 years.
Yeah,
and, like,
make sure you tell him
I'd
that.
seen any, like, accusations about it. And I feel like I kind of understand like his desire to be provocative.
You know what I want to start doing? No, I don't. I'm just
It
that's
didn't
being
seem like
edgy.
almost.
I want to start saying
It genuinely seems like
we need to
kind of
call
a-
them white slurs,
like,
like gringo.
Anybody that's arguing that like the age of consent is 18 years old.
And then people that don't like white people will actually be like, no, I'm not white.
And actually came off that way.
He's doing it again.
Yeah, that's fair. So you just had genuinely like no concern about like an association at all. Then.
No.
Okay, it seems like a lot of people have
I'm gonna
like
PI
a
you.
degree of concern about
Jesus
association with
fuck, bro.
them now, and I think this stuff's kind of gotten more chilled out. It's
Yeah, the only
interesting.
thing I'd be like, the only concern I'd have is that he'll say something like too edgy or whatever, they're gonna ban. But I don't think he'll like.
Yeah, it's a 17. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
I-
what
I
we're
think
doing for our
Watch
lifetime.
your step.
I think it's pretty crazy. I think people have called me like said like I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, we
supporter
know.
in any
It's been
way.
good. I thought we actually had it
Yeah.
killed. I need to remember where the fucking.
So yeah,
The
I
thing
know.
is, this
I
is
think
one.
it's weird that people
Perfect-
have
perfect
that view,
positioning.
at least,
That's what he was doing the
Well, I
whole
guess it's
time.
not
He
that
was
weird. People are
eventually
fucking nuts.
planning to do it there.
Did you think at any point that you're gonna see like not so much like Twitch like banning him or whatever? That's pretty unpredictable. But like that the mob was gonna take Max down and he was just gonna get canceled over any of the controversies that did crop up.
Boom, boom,
I mean, yeah, of course.
boom, bada bum.
I mean, for Heaven Hero, yeah. But I'm pretty sure even he thought that way.
Tight.
I think he did his best to be
It's
prepared
'cause
for
we
it.
didn't kick the
So
thing.
yeah, so it was at least.
We
a
didn't kick the
concern.
one
Why
thing
do you-
we
why
need
do
to
you
kick
think
from the
that's not,
shaper.
like, what's happening?
What?
He seems to be like growing despite.
Well, yeah, but he also
despite
got
all the
canceled off
reasons-
of Twitch, right?
Oh, sweet.
Sure, but that was Twitch though. Usually when somebody gets canceled, it's not like just
which
the
one
platform.
was that?
It's like a
Oh, it was this one.
like an enormous
Twite,
consensus of
Twite
people
like a
saying like we
Twiger.
don't want you here, and they're the ones pushing for it super hard. It seemed like it was that one video that
Oh,
just
you
sort
guys
of
are
did
just
him in.
chopping
with
it
the
up,
wave
brothers.
of, like, reports.
Well, when you cancel somebody who is like not part of an organization or a team or anything, like really the only thing you can try to do is get him like banned from platforms. And as long as he's not getting
Because you're
like
boggers.
breaking
It's because you stood on one fucking person for
Like, I can't really
17 years.
I can only just be banned from platforms. It's not working.
I got PI for you coming up.
Except for Gorilla Mind. Check out.
And PI'd. You're good.
I get this one.
I good. You're good. You go in. Don't stop.
No more surf shirt.
No what?
Interrupt the
No
shaper.
more surf shirt.
Oh yeah, surfshark.deal.
Got it. Never mind. You're good. I'll just figure out.
you
I'll
go.
do it all. I'll do it all.
Uh,
I'll do it all. Don't worry.
So I guess yeah, there was like Twitch, but usually when you see this kind of thing happen, it'd be like I wouldn't expect somebody saying the things that he said to be able to be on YouTube. I wouldn't expect him to be able to like stay alive on Twitter. And it seems like he's doing these things very well. Like I
Oh,
just
it
think
was one
like
close. Oh,
almost anybody else
Yeah,
just
yeah,
making a
that's
TV's
awesome.
review, you're
rooted
fucking
it
dumb.
now. Don't worry. Don't tell.
Well, again,
And
like
then-
done.
He doesn't
how,
need to
just
kick that
The only
shaper.
thing that matters, or the only thing that's gonna like
You didn't.
happen is you get kicked off of teams and stuff. Like, you don't get
You
banned.
didn't as much as
You don't
he
get banned
didn't
for being
do the
canceled
thing.
unless it's like political. And he just does like edgy content.
I don't.
like yeah.
Somebody
no,
give me the last one.
you
Up
can't
the
get
up the
canceled
hill.
on YouTube like that, right?
Give me the
Unless it
last
breaks the
key.
TOS somehow.
Yeah, how much more lenient is the YouTube TOS?
That one's that one. Okay, I think it
They'll
was
only ban, so
fine.
far, maybe it'll change in the future, but
Yeah,
they'll only
this
ban
one.
you for like actual fucked up shit. Whereas like the I think the Twitch moderation staff are way more.
Sorry, rooted.
activist.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna look up this fucking these interrupt
Whereas
bars.
for
Okay,
YouTube,
people
it's
that say that shit.
rules, threatening people, et cetera, et cetera.
The shaper.
Politics.
It's like Bramble. It's
I
the
got you.
Bramble thingy.
Dispel.
Like,
Yeah,
like YouTube probably doesn't even have like actual moderation staff. It's all done by like.
I just
bots.
spelled it. Oh, good.
Yeah, I imagine that's like bound to change with like the way they're shifting their focus onto live streaming and adding all like the Twitch elements to YouTube.
Alright.
Well, at least
I
I'm
think
not
that's
worried
what-
God,
about
the
it.
there's a lot
amount
people
of
that go
fucking
like,
explosives.
YouTube wants to hire the people for it.
Oh,
I
and we
think
have
they're
a master
dipping
spell.
their
I
toe
need to
into,
get.
like,
Okay, this is tight.
Moving it in more the same direction as Twitch is.
For
But
live
they're
streaming,
doing
yeah,
it
Jesus
but
slowly.
for
fuck,
having
bro.
like
Yeah.
activists
This
like
is sick.
SJW moderation, I don't know if YouTube is heading in that direction. We'll see. Twitch is like making a concerted
This is great.
effort
I
to be
just
like,
fucking
we're
love this.
friendly towards all
I'm
these
having a good
people.
time.
We've got, like,
I'm having a great time.
trust and safety
I just
council
didn't
to
even
review
do
it,
any of the
blah, blah, blah.
things
Like,
yet.
I don't see YouTube moving in that direction. They
You know
might.
what? We
but
need. I need all this time. Anyway,
That's
Jesus.
This wasn't originally on my list of questions for you, but after I had a
I don't know which one. That one.
stream with
The
Poly
DH,
people last
DH.
night, and
What is
boy,
poly
her-
people? What does that mean?
she's a Twitch streamer.
And we're
she
there.
is a
Okay.
trans woman.
Now
and
we
she
got-
was,
we got
she,
the
she was pretty
ooh-woo
tough
lady.
and intense,
Ooh-woo.
but like fine. But her chat was very, very brutal. And the
Okay.
whole, the
I got
whole
PI for rep.
message that I got
Have
from
fun.
the chat was that, well, and for poly people too,
Stay
but
away from
was that
lines.
Mr. Girl is like, there's no way around the fact that he's transphobic.
Oh.
And
Sure.
so when I try to avoid answering that question like 4 times
See if
by
our
just saying like,
warlock
just
is,
like, do you think he's transphobic? Like, well, can you tell
Oh,
me what you mean when
careful.
you say
From
transphobic?
lines.
Because there seems to be like 2 very different ways that people mean this, and it's, do you think he's transphobic? So I had to give like a whole preamble so that way I wasn't getting taken out of context when I answer that. So then eventually I just had to like read the dictionary definition. Like, do I think he fits? He could probably fit this, but I don't think that's what people mean. It's like, do you
Stay
think
away
that
from lines.
would do you think
non-leaf.
he's
Yep.
transphobic?
Non-flower.
in, like,
Non-flower.
either
Yep.
of the
That's it.
senses? Like,
Red.
I don't think that either of us would say that he's transphobic in the
Ah, running away.
Trans people are like lower people, or like he's superior to them or anything like that. But like
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
definitely say
bro.
it's transphobic, yeah.
I think that was a patty cake.
in that respect,
Well, I mean, he doesn't even believe trans people are real. I think that's how I would.
Nobody's interrupting low-key. Or Warlock
Did you
or
see any of
DH
his
hasn't
older stuff
interrupted
about
once, I
trans
don't
people?
think.
No,
Or
when I watch
just,
his
like,
older
the
stuff, when I have,
transfer
like, current stuff.
Somebody get
Well, 'cause I feel
now
like
this
I
DH
find
better
little bits of
fucking.
things that he says that sort of reinforces the idea that he
You finally got it.
like that he thinks that there's a pretty small percentage of people that have like what would be traditionally defined as a
This
trans
is such a
experience.
fucking
I
shit
don't think he
show of a
believes in
girl.
trans
Jesus,
experience at
I'm
all.
PIing
I think
you.
he just does. I think he just flat out doesn't think that. Because the last time we were on a
6K.
panel, I was asking about it. I don't think he's like vitriolic about it, which is probably.
Stay away from
You want to take bets that one
I
of
don't
them's
think he's a
married to the
normal
other?
person for it, but like, he fundamentally doesn't believe that trans people are a real thing.
Couples
Or
that
if they
suck
are,
together,
it's just like
play
a
together.
Thing that everybody kind of suffers with.
sorry,
and
that's
comparable to
toxic.
any other
Non-ring.
kind of delusion about yourself.
Stay
Yeah,
away
true.
from
That too. That too. That too.
But I'm pretty sure he's
That too.
completely against things like any type of gender-affirming care or
Dude,
surgery
all
or
these
anything
fucking-
like that. He thinks all of that is like a bad idea because he thinks it's
I think
reinforcing
that's
things
true.
that yeah.
I hate
Well,
these
I mean,
clones,
Well,
bro.
we're gonna have any kind of
Stay away
definition
from
of transphobic,
lines.
that would probably fall under that, right?
Okay,
Because the
so yeah, I
clones
think,
are
like,
here, the
dictionary
fucking
definition of,
explosives
like,
spawn
if
more
he has any
often.
prejudices that he brings into like
It's
his
actually
ideology about trans
AIDS.
people, I would say
It's like
pretty
a
hard to
4
argue against.
quarters.
But I
Well, I
think
mean, about any.
This feels like tyrannical
I think
week,
that he's not like
low key.
vitriolic. Like I don't think he's gonna be on Twitter like
Like how-
screeching,
how
like,
speedy-
slurs on trans people and stuff. And I don't think that he's gonna say like we need to like kill
Run
trans
out.
people or whatever. But he doesn't really believe that trans people exist as a concept.
Stay away from lines.
Or just kind of like if you're like I don't think gay people are real. I think they just pretend to like other people because they're scared of women or something.
No shot.
I think
Really?
It's kind of homophobic, but I mean,
Maybe if you do more DPS, yeah, we are.
yeah, I guess maybe maybe something got lost in
non-leaf.
translation. was-
Non-leaf,
I
non-leaf.
took it to
Oh
understand
yeah, well
that
I say leaf, but I mean
while
flower.
people might have what would be considered a trans experience,
Non-leaf.
that the ways that we go about it, fixing it and addressing it are wrong, and it's that
It's the same thing.
society treated them differently and didn't make them feel bad for
I should probably get on these
expressing
explosives
and
before I
presenting
fucking. Oh my
and
god.
behaving in the way that would be perceived as the gender of their identification, that would be the correct way to go about it. And I guess it's hard for me to understand why you would make that prescription if you didn't think that there was something going on that could be addressed
Stay
by it.
away from lines.
well, it sounds like he thinks that like trans people just have kind of like problems with how they perceive themselves, and then if we treated them a little differently, then trans is
Yes, I was.
I don't think
very much so.
necessarily go away, but I
Well,
don't
that's
think
All
I
we
don't
need
know.
to
really
do
something
is
we can
time
just
it.
yeah.
That's all we need, bro.
Yeah, well, I can't really.
Does he have
defend- I'm
faster
just
haste
trying
than
to-
me, that
I'm trying
Pally?
to ask these questions to get a better understanding.
I feel like the
Oh,
Pally
sure.
is,
And if there's
is
If
haste
anybody
stagger because he has a
better
faster
understanding of
res
Mr.
than
Drill,
me.
then my obsessiveness
Just kinda
over
makes me
watching that would
concerned.
probably be you, if for no other reason than just being able to put these things into perspective.
Okay, I'm just gonna shield you off
Yeah, I
rip
mean,
because
like
I'm
I
gonna
said, I don't
PI
think
you
he's,
on this one.
vitriolic or like hateful or anything, but I mean, like, doesn't seem like he thinks trans people are real.
Yeah, I had said in response to that I think that he's wrong about trans people, but for like the right reasons. I don't think that it's coming from like hate. Like, let me put it this way: to me, it matters a lot if somebody's coming from like in a logical place. Like they didn't really try to suss it out.
Yeah,
they
me
didn't
too.
really like.
This is why
think about
I'm
things-
not gonna like screech at him about it, even though I think his view is kind of bad because I don't think it comes from a place of like hatred. Like when it comes to conservatives, I think a lot of conservatives like fucking hate like a lot of LGBT people or trans people. So I'm probably gonna have like screaming.
How do my
I don't think
my
he's-
question is
I
how
just think he disagrees with
do
me.
I have
So it's like a little bit
this much DPS
Yeah,
with
maybe I don't
only
have the
instant
fullest
casts,
picture,
but
but
my
I know, like,
melee,
the
who has
conclusions
literally
for sure.
passive
And thank you. You
DPS
said
with his
almost
autos,
exactly what I
have
was
only
trying to say very
10k.
Very hard last night.
I don't understand.
That if something comes from a place of hatred, it's not the same as having an internal process and really like breaking it down.
Sure,
and
you're at
thinking things out and just being
22k. No problem.
Sure, you got to be really careful when you're talking to trans people about that though, because like a lot of harm can come
Guess
to
we're doing a
you
weird
from
route.
a place of love and compassion from somebody else, right?
Sure. Yeah, I agree. I just say I well.
Why don't we just
it's
chill
more like
for a
broad
second,
statement
okay?
That I'm not. I'm okay. I'm a lot more okay with somebody being wrong if it came from the right place than if it's coming from like the wrong reason for being wrong.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like it might be the case that I have a lot of compassion for a gay person, and I want them to be the happiest
PIing you.
humans they can be. So I'm gonna like hook their brain up to electrodes and shock them until they're not doing it, right? That could be something I do out of an immense amount of love for the person, but I mean, it doesn't really matter insofar as they're concerned.
Yep,
Getting
I see
electroshocked
it.
or
I see that actually.
they don't really care. That's all I'm saying. You just have to consider that even if it's coming from a place of like love or care or whatever, if your opinions are diverging dramatically from that group of people, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of love.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah,
I don't know. I swear he's haystack. I want to check his gear. Because I'm genuinely... He actually has beat me on every res.
Spruce is
Which is like unreal, because I'm literally at 30%. Which is like where DRs start happening. I want to check.
What you just
I'm
said,
like 99% sure. Haste. Yeah, I'm fucking
like a lot of
99%
parents,
sure this
there are
guy's
probably a
actually
lot
just
of
haste
people with good
stacking.
parents that love their
Which is
kids
kind of a
because
weird
of
spec. I
that.
mean, hey, he's
When
doing
they were kids,
damage.
you know,
He's beating you right now. He's actually fucking garbage canning you. Lowest of high keys.
Yeah, that's true. Right, I think you kind of
Be happy.
from a different perspective, and I'll have to think about it a little bit more to come all the way around to that. But yeah, I think that what you're saying is absolutely correct. I guess I don't know if I still hold the
Maybe the
same position that I care about you being wrong for the right reason.
You know how
Well,
it's
no.
the opposite
Being wrong for
is
the right
in
reasons is
like
still
high
really
keys,
important,
or at least like
or
in
right for the
20s.
wrong. The motivation
If
is
I
still
am not
important,
the
but it's just-
absolute
it's two sides
like
of the equation.
min maxer on
They consider them
explosives,
differently
somebody
based on
will
what
be
our
like,
goal
"You
is.
are an actual
I would
dog
rather
shit
try to
healer,"
convince
and I'm
somebody
like,
like
"Yeah,
me
it's
to
fair,"
transfer
but like
then
this guy's like
consider
trying to
them
race me to
fucking
each
dogmatic
fucking
based
explosive.
right? Because Max, I would hope, given the proper set of like.
I don't even. Well, technically, we should be able to lust on last
He
boss.
said he would never change his mind, but I would hope that I'm able to convince him otherwise. Whereas like
I'm PIing you on
like a
this.
Republican
We need to
who
start
just
getting
fucking
these
hates
things
Gates,
down.
that person,
You're
or
like the
hates
only
other
source of
people. He's not
damage.
he doesn't care about the data.
You're like
He
the
doesn't
only
care
source
about
of
the
damage.
data.
It's actually
So
stupid.
the reasons are still important.
If I would have stayed Kyrian if I knew I had this guy.
Like how much value that
I could have
has,
actually
'cause that's-
pumped.
The other thing that you said is kind of where I was at. If you're wrong for the right reasons, then you're probably movable. At
In
some
theory,
point.
you should
Yeah,
still
sure,
get enough
yeah,
points.
that's
6
fine.
points.
So for
But if you're-
arguing with other people,
Time or no
people that are
time, but obviously
wrong for
timing
better
is like.
reasons than other people is good. But when it comes
It's
time
actually
to, like,
sad as
vote at
fuck.
the end of the day,
Probably.
what happens to people,
I'm
no
imagining a
matter why you
non-tyrannical
decide to
time
do
will be
it,
like
you're gonna be on the
2-minute
same side
fight,
of the
so
people
it should be
so
like in
it's-
theory good. We're gonna have to do one extra pack
Yeah, I guess
though.
one's a lost cause and the other one.
I don't think this is gonna give us a 9.
Yeah, I mean, if at least the person I'm talking to, I think that I'm right. Then, okay.
Yep. Why is that
What
lock
kind
out
of
of LOS? I don't understand
Value
where the.
do you
Where's?
see in like?
I'm so
Max as,
curious
like,
on
a
where-
friend?
I
'Cause,
was literally
know
trying to
you
cast
describe,
on the
your
log for,
transactional
like-
view of relationships a lot. Like how does that like kind of fit into that?
We should do it and get the haste.
This
But
is really
he's
unsatisfying
fine.
to people, but I like people that are really interesting and challenge what they think. And insofar as that, I think he's
Watch your
a
step.
pretty good person to do that. He's got a really interesting perspective. He's fun to talk to. That's enough for me.
Okay, and well,
I
is
pray
that
that we
all it
actually
is? Like,
interrupt
do you
all
think that
these parasitics.
if you had, like, a-
Low key, kind of having a feeling.
like an offline voice call and you had like a personal issue.
Well, yeah,
and it
that's
was,
the
like,
worry.
bothering
Is
you,
like if you
is that,
don't
like,
have it up.
you
I
see,
know
like, that
it's
kind
gonna
of
get done if
pressure
you do it,
there?
but
I'm a bad person. I like stuff like
my
that.
worry isn't if you do it. My worry is if you're unable to do it.
Oh, nobody at all? You just sort of suffer with it by yourself?
I usually suffer with personal issues, so I don't find it necessary to talk to people.
You're good.
Shockwave.
Oh shit. That's
So-
the
And I'm
most
PIing you
fucking
after this.
giga chat ass shit
Have
I've ever
fun.
heard in my life.
No,
I
it's
don't
not giga
I don't
chat.
get sad
It
from
is-
problems.
No, it's not giga chat. It is what it is.
Okay. Let's just pretend that never happened.
Talk to people about their experiences and get feedback on it. I'm just not one of those people. But that's everybody's different.
Okay, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that before.
Watch your way.
Do you think that
Yeah, I'm totally having
by me
a
making
feeling.
this project, do you think that there's any like I'm opening the
think
door
we
for
got
like
it.
any kind of risk of like
Feeling
people being
optimistic.
super fucking
You know,
crazy at me?
Target you.
Yeah, you
So
probably
that no one would know better than you.
Yeah, of course. People will probably talk to
Yeah,
you
but-
publicly,
Watch your
yeah.
step.
I'm seeing like,
But I mean, it's
oh,
better
there
than
it is,
that.
right next to me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Where's
that's
the
why I'm
tanky?
asking you, because I don't think I ran a big risk of like I did an interview with my buddy Kia Weird. He just does music stuff, and I don't think there was anybody like he has some people that are mad at him about a music
just
review
so
tape, but I don't
curious.
think
I'm like,
anybody was gonna come
how?
after me because I talked to him about his life, you know.
Probably not.
Watch your step.
But whereas like talking about Mr. Girl and his journey seems
Did you
like
do it? Oh,
people seem
okay.
to be
Hey, we
viewing
had it.
as,
That's all. We're good. We're fine.
me
Everything's
enabling and
GG at
supporting
this point, right?
pedophilia or transphobia.
Yeah,
This is
more
a
controversial.
little bit different.
Line apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Target you.
Well, I'm supposed to. You should see if he targets you. So in theory, it should be easy.
Why do you?
I'm gonna
think
bring this
that-
on you and
so,
cleave
like,
you.
when
Or
I
PA.
first started doing this project, I guessed it really wide. I sort of made a list of people that I thought had a good perspective
Easy.
on Mr. Girl and would be really interesting to take in the
Calculated.
video. and I expected basically nobody to say yeah.
Oh shit.
Why do you think so many people are like so eager to?
That one
talk to
was
me
like
about
perfect.
this? Is it? Do they think that Mr. Grill is that interesting? Like they have that much? Like that there's a lot to add to the
So we should be
narrative
fine.
about him?
We're good.
Or do you
Everything's
think that
fine,
It's just
okay?
like people like
We're
just like,
good.
trying to fill up
We're
time.
good. We're
or
good.
like
No.
fill up their time slots on their stream. So I think that gives me.
I would have to. I don't know why anybody would say yes or no. Like it could be for a variety of different reasons.
So just trying to figure out.
Let's just hope we all don't wipe on this.
I think it's really hard for me to figure out how the average content creator thinks in terms of Mr. Grill's value to the space, because I think it's really hard for them to give straight answers about it. Like I have to get like a 20-minute long.
There you
answer
go.
really,
We're
like,
done.
For them to like really express what they want me to think that they feel, you know?
Sure. I think it's just interesting. I think that's a big thing. A lot of people maybe won't admit it, but people that are interested.
Dude, that was like 50 for you. What the fuck?
Notions, and that will do it with a lot of conviction. I think those people are generally pretty fun to chat to, or chat with.
Unbound Changeling?
I think
Is
that
it Leech? No, it isn't.
makes sense. So that's on the like the content creator side. Why do you think that his? Well, sorry, I guess
I'm
I'll
sure
say what
this lock needs
I think
this.
first.
If
I've
she
noticed
doesn't
that
need
he
this, I'll be
has an
super
extremely
surprised.
high level of dedication from his fans,
Mhm.
And he probably couldn't say or do anything to lose them. In fact, they'd probably double down on if he just came out and said like some like extra crazy shit
Okay,
that nobody
well,
would agree with. I feel like at least
I already
half that
have one,
audience would be like,
278,
nope, he's still
272.
right. I don't give a fuck. If you say anything wrong, fuck you. Like, what do you think about him inspires that level of dedication that I think most people don't really have?
It's hard
A lot of
to
people
put
get-
into words, but he definitely has like that type of like magnetic personality that would draw people
Easy.
fanatically to him.
That X factor.
Yeah, I don't know how to say exactly what it is, but like I could tell almost immediately by watching his stuff. Like, yeah, he's definitely this kind of person for sure. Absolutely.
Interesting.
See? Now
Okay.
you're among the elite.
Do you think that the kind of content that he's making helps people?
Yeah, now I want to see the fucking...
You'd have to ask his fans. Some of them, I imagine.
Wait, are you still
I
in the
think some
group?
People have said it as much, so probably.
Yeah, like I personally was the first person to call in for the second
I wanna
20-minute
see it.
show and say,
Show
like,
me it.
"Hey, I went to therapy because he told me to.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
got me to psychiatry,
see
I
it.
got meds and
Oh.
100 times better because of it.
Seems
But
like
I didn't know.
probably yes, then, yeah.
Well,
Are you
the
woeing?
reason I asked that question is because, like, I don't know how far out that extends. I don't know what other people see. I can only kind of gauge from my experience. And if I want to include that in my video, I don't want to be saying, like, well, obviously.
I just love the mouse. The mouse
interacted
is
with him,
simple.
and now my life is a lot better because of it. Therefore, you know, this is what's happening. So I don't know. Like,
I
You
mean,
said that you
I
think a
can't
couple
know,
people
right?
have
There's
heard
no,
it.
there's no way if you're discounting your own experience, I can't know for everybody else's experience. So.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'm not discounting it for
I
myself.
got this
I'm just
one,
saying,
too.
like, for
This
a
one was
broader
cool.
idea. Well, you said you thought you heard
Where
some
you
other
at?
people
Where you
saying
at?
something
Where
about
you
it. So
at?
I,
Mhm.
I
Yeah, think
know
I've
it's
seen
here.
those
I know
comments,
it's
like, on
here.
this
It's
video, so
somewhere.
I'll check this
No,
out, and
not
some
this
people
one.
say that, so
Not the one
it seems
I'm-
like that's probably the case, and it does help.
Not
some
this
people.
one either, but this one's cool.
okay. You need to start digging through them comments then.
This is for Necrolord.
Yeah.
It's for Necrolord.
Do you think the
I'm sure if you've ever been
how do I want
Necrolord.
to phrase this? Do you think the kind of videos
Yeah,
that he's making, especially like considering the more controversial things, do you think it's like a good thing that he's doing things the way that he is? And if so,
I mean, he's getting popularity, which is always good, and I think he's still.
This is for
pretty
Night
adherent
Face
to the
shit.
vision
You
that he
know
has, so
it.
that's
You
probably
know
good.
it.
Insofar as
There
those
was.
things are
Where
concerned,
was
it seems like he's
my?
approaching it in the right way.
The
I
one I
guess let me
just
reframe
got.
that. Do you think it's good for
I wanted that one. I don't know where to get
audiences
it.
or like,
This is
like
the one
I
I'm
guess
talking
in a
about.
like a goofy, it sounds a goofy way to say, but like society
Bleh.
at large. Like, do you think like the
Bleh.
ideas in the way that he presents them
Bleh.
are good ideas to put out there? Like, are those, like, good to put out
And
there
it's
to
like his
people, like,
legs they
or-
completely separate.
I disagree with him on a lot of what he says, but I mean, I think it's always good to challenge people's ideas and stuff. so
This one is
that's
actually
what
super
I'm
easy. Yeah, this is the Zerath. This is the quest over.
Okay.
You have to
what are some of
do
those
set.
big
You have to do it
disagreements?
throughout the week. It's once a day through for a week, and it's just mats.
and minor conversations. It feels like we have.
Did you?
It feels like we have a
Get exalted.
Fuck,
Get
I don't know
exalted,
actually.
that's
feel
what
like
you
we
need
have
to
a lot
do.
of like differences in terms of how we approach like.
Are you
resolving
able to
discussions,
join
relationships, and stuff like
multiple
that, but I don't
guilds?
remember anything specifically offhand.
Yeah.
Because I have a guild
so that's
request.
kind of
Somebody
all
just
this
invited me to
so
a guild,
Now that things have sort of settled and like,
but I'm in a guild.
he's given a ton of extra commentary on it, and like everybody in the world's talked about it like 20 times over.
I just don't
Do you
understand
think
how
that,
that's even possible.
Do you think his interactions with Shaylin are abusive? Like particularly like the real doll?
I don't
They feel a little bit to
understand.
me, but people get really mad.
I don't
I've said it a
understand
million times,
and
like, I
don't
think it's, like,
get it
abusive,
and don't
but,
make sense.
I think that we can. I think I probably do things sometimes that are abusive, but I don't think
But
they're good or
that's what I
healthy.
was-
But,
Well, congrats on KSM,
that's
bro.
like a
Have fun doing
conversation that
chores,
we probably never
lame-o,
agree on, like
but-
the way that he handles those conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess to me there's a difference between like sometimes
I'm
being
like
an
hard
asshole in a
side, bro. I
situation
got
and
so
being
unlucky.
abusive.
I hated this
sure.
shit,
And I
bro.
feel like
He's an
some of
asshole,
the
I guess,
I
yeah.
was trying to get like 270, and
Yeah,
I would
'cause,
get.
like,
I got
I know,
shoulders off rip, and I was like based, sick. Never got leech, never got avoidance, never got none of that, but just 278. And then after that, every week I got 2 shoulders and a fucking trinket that was ass. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And then I got a ring that right now I have a 278 helm, cloak, shoulders, legs. But that would be tight. I had an opportunity to do it, but I think I ended up going for I think that was the week of my trinket because I got my 265 heroic with leech resident reservoir, and I was like, bruh, I'm just gonna. I was hyped as fuck for that. I was hyped. These are best trinkets technically, and the only way I would get better trinkets is if I got like a 278 Solis with avoidance or leech. And then that would be bis technically. I would take speed, but mine's just 272, so it's ass. I did get. What? As a base, it's like a super OP proc. One of my, I'm so sad because I want to get, I want to do heroic Anduin more, but that one has my bis ring, which is like so dumb broken. It's actually a stupid, but it's so fucking. I hate this because my bis shit is lower eye level, so like it just looks like I'm ass. Like that. I mean, obviously I could get it in 278 from Mythic, but I haven't done any Mythic. But it would be 265 ring, which would be better than my 272. My 262 Shadowlands crafted is bis, and then my 265 trinkets are bis until I get a 278 with tertiary. Bro, I just hate everything. Dude, look at the fucking gap that you had on that damage. It's so stupid. You literally are 4 mil away from doubling the next person. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a really solid damage. So, like, obviously, if me and you Q, I don't think anybody would be upset with it. The hardest part with you is, like, I think those damages that I'm able to recover you on, you would die. you would actually chalk a key for the amount of, like, almost deaths. Like, if the... Yeah. I mean, you do great damage, undeniably. But, like, at a certain point, it's like, if we were to take into account all the damage you took and account each time as a death, you would be done by the DH. Because you'd be, and then we would actually still be in there now because you would be dead. Because of not the uptime of you doing damage, but yeah, either way. But yeah, if you want to do more, I don't fucking ever find 23, 24 keys, so I'm normally just sitting in Oribus. But if you want to run more keys, let me know when you have free time. Okay, peace out, dude.
I can be a dick sometimes, but I don't think that's necessarily
Oh, that's
like
pretty.
abuse.
Sure.
I think it's okay to be shitty sometimes.
Well, I don't think it's okay to be shitty. We should never want to be shitty, but I mean, sometimes we are. And if we are, it doesn't,
Sorry,
it's not like
I
we're
think
abusing.
not saying you should like aspire to be like a shitty asshole to somebody, but I think that it's very understandable and very normal and human to have moments where you're not able to maintain diplomacy due to like just factors of life or like difficult situations, and it's excusable and relatively normal to sometimes be an asshole.
Sure, there can be a lot of things that are excusable and normal, but it doesn't make them like it doesn't mean we shouldn't try to get rid of them or we shouldn't condemn them, right? Like there are circumstances where like child rape is like excusable or well not excusable, but it's like we understand like why somebody would become a child rapist, but that doesn't mean that we should like accept it or say like oh well, you know, sometimes it happens, it's okay, like we can do this, you know, like we should still try to get rid of the people that are abusing children and shit, right?
Well, that's why I coupled it with like normal. It's just like something that everybody's going to have. It's not like the same. Like I don't think everybody's going to be abusive to like their partner.
Sure.
Unless we're like going to broaden the definition of abuse to just like regular interactions of like disagreement and stuff.
Sure.
Okay. So, which of those things? What of those things do you think would be abusive?
Okay, I'll be right back really quick. Okay, I'm gonna go and relax and watch the Tiny. Try to catch up on the VOD a little bit. This week sucks. I hate this week. This week's lame. Why do you feel unloved, my angel? I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Look at him. He got a tired face. He just wants some little cuddles. Yeah, this is the week. He's gonna get cuddles. I'm gonna go cuddle, but I love you, babe. I'm gonna go now. Okay. No, well, I can't give you. You're gonna cuddle with me. No. I can't. That's no. Because then all of my inheritance will go away. That's not okay. We need both of our inheritance. Okay. I love you, babe. I love you so much. Bye, baby.